stuff up before you do anything.
Yeah,
No white noise shenanigans this time, boy.
there might be, just because I'm
So
so
scared.
flustered. But that being said, hello and welcome to the I Make Art Hire Me podcast. I'm sure you'll see a lot of my notes being flung in and out of webcam. Wilco will be happy to know that this time I have notes.
Oh.
Whether or not that'll help, we'll see. Okay. So, oh man, right off the bat, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, this is gonna be out like 2 days after Halloween. And Wilco, on our show, I was talking about voting, and that happened. So I feel like I should do something spooky, but I don't know what yet. The spooky thing will be a change in format because
Oh.
instead of just jibber jabbering about whatever, we are joined by Jess. Can you introduce yourself?
All right, hey, I'm Jessica Kanagalingam, or you may know me as JessTheNoob. Yeah, my last name is pretty
I have
long
wondered
there.
for so long how to pronounce your last name. And so like my day is ramped up to hearing actually how you
Dude,
say
Yeah,
dude,
not gonna
go for
lie.
it.
it.
It
I
can come
always
in handy when, like, like telemarketers call your house. Can I speak to Miss I'm like, yeah, they don't live here, bye. Like,
they just like hang up during it.
God damn it.
Like try again tomorrow. They pat themselves on their back.
Yep, it's
We've
gonna
tried
happen.
3 times this week. It's
Yeah,
not
got the
working.
4 syllables in. Oh, almost there.
Do you have a spiel ready for what you do, Jess, or do you want me
Oh,
to
yeah,
go over what I
I'll
do?
just say, so I'm a 3D animator and I guess content creator on YouTube. I guess that's the official title you want to go by. But yeah,
Okay. I put you down as I didn't know. I don't know how to define like what genre the videos are, so I put it
yeah.
down as game culture parody, which
I,
sounds.
I guess so. I don't know, dude. Like,
I was like it fits and it
yeah,
sounds silly, so
it's
like
okay. You made up a new title. It works.
okay, well then I'm gonna use it. So what I have written down, you can correct me
Yeah.
if I'm right or wrong, but you are an independent artist who
Hmm.
delved into the competitive YouTube niche of game culture parody,
Yeah.
coined potentially here first. You're using Blender of all things, is that right?
Yeah, Blender. I'm using Blender.
That's
I mean, because like, well, because anybody doesn't know, I went to Humber with these guys, even though I graduated a year before you, Nick, I
yeah.
believe.
We
Yeah,
just for anybody listening, Jess and I just had a talk before we started recording. Of like, have we ever met before?
yeah, I know. I'm like, I probably passed you, but like, we never really like officially like
Yeah.
met. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so it's like we've been in the same room before. That
Yeah,
counts, right?
yeah, sure.
So,
Spiritually, we met each other in the same
ooh,
room.
I like that.
Oh, so she would have been a third year when I was a first year then.
And I would have been a second year while you were a first year.
No
Dun,
Right.
dun,
way.
dun. So
Oh my
we have three
goodness.
generations right
Yeah,
now.
here we
Oh
go.
my goodness.
Yeah. Wilco, you've been courted. What's on your T-shirt? You wanna
Oh,
show
okay.
us a little?
Yeah, well, it's backwards unfortunately because of the shenanigans of my cam, but Guru came to school today and like a couple of them talked to us. And yeah, I tried like 4 times to get a t-shirt, but everybody's hand went up before me and then finally Paul Neal was like, "I don't really want this shirt. Anybody want it?" I'm just He's just
But
like,
did
"Yeah,
they have
whatever."
did they have a T-shirt cannon or how did they give
No,
forward
they just had
shirts?
a
Shooting at the
no, they
students.
Boom.
literally had like a big green bag full of t-shirts and they're like, "All right, we're going to do a
Oh,
questionnaire.
a
Whoever
big
gets."
bag full of 4 T-shirts.
No, full
Wow.
of shirts. I think there
So you
were
had 4 opportunities.
No, I tried for opportunities.
6.
They
There were
did a bunch of
6. The
questions,
big bag.
but
Big
they didn't
bag of
know what questions
questions.
to ask, so they just made up questions on the spot. And I'm just like, "Oh,
Oh,
I know that. Oh, I know that. Oh, I know that." Oh,
were
I'm
they
just.
related or was it like
It
questions
was
about
all
Canadian
related. It was
wildlife?
like, no, that would be amazing. What
About
is
our
the
new Moose King
animal?
Prime
Scott?
Minister? So okay, I have notes. We should stay on track this time.
Okay, okay.
Um, so yeah, Jess, is my impression that the videos that you're producing as a YouTube content creator,
Yeah.
they're very high quality, like 3D works in a generally sea of 2D hand drawn stuff
Yeah.
that can sometimes look kind of crude, I guess. sometimes, but like intentionally, I'm thinking of like Oni and the animation that Ego Raptor did before he was YouTubey.
Mhm.
Still pretty though. Um, so the really interesting thing is that how long have you been doing this actually?
Oh dear, I think since 2013, but I didn't really like get
Really?
it really going till like last year because of school.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so like you made these videos and you're parodying I only know Game Grumps. What are the other ones?
Oh, I have Achievement Hunter on there.
Okay.
I just started doing Funhouse, and then I have a Ruby one for Rooster Teeth's Ruby, and then I also have like random stupid animations like for like Minecraft and like Slenderman and like whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So and you've had the people that you're parodying have recognized these, right?
Yeah.
Like they're like, "Hey, this is cool. We
Yeah,
recognize this."
yeah. The I think the first person to like, or I should say, group of people who recognized it was Funhouse, because they just recently started like under Residu's company because they left Machinima, and they officially started this year in February, and I believe they noticed like March, May, I don't know. I just put it up randomly on Twitter, and then their Twitter account was like, "Hey, look at this!" I'm like, "Holy shit!" Like, I was like, "Whoa!" You know what I mean? Like, I was freaking out. I was like, "Holy
Yeah.
crap!" So then I was like,
did
"I know,
it!
Mom, I made it!" Like,
Yeah.
yeah, it was really exciting. So I was just like, "Yay!" And then like, I didn't expect it to like go anywhere else. I thought they were just gonna say, "Hey, look at this!" like on Twitter, because like they do that for like fan art. Like they always like shout out to people, but they never like took it anywhere else. And then I believe the next day they did their podcast, and at the end of their podcast they do shout outs, so like Twitter and whatever, and they shout out to like all the fan art, and then mine was up there and I didn't know about it until one of my friends on Facebook messaged me. She's just like, wouldn't it be cool if, you know, Funhouse like mentioned you on their podcast? I'm like, yeah, right, that will happen. Yeah, and then the next day he's
Just
like, holy
drops
shit,
it.
look. So yeah, it was crazy. I did not expect that.
That's wicked.
Yeah.
That is pretty fantastic, actually.
That's yeah, like okay, so when I was trying to make notes for this, I was trying to come at it from two sides. And one was which like you're a YouTube content creator and you're finding success in it. Like you have 3,000 something subscribers.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all subscribe to this.
Shameless promotional.
That's the best ad I can do. I said it. Oh, I guess I've only said it 2 times. Okay, so you need 100 subscribers to change your URL to something.
Yeah. It used to be 500, but I noticed they changed it to 100 now.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah,
then I ain't even mad. That's so much better than 500.
Yeah.
Like I could maybe get 100. Anyway, so yeah, the one side is that you are a YouTube content creator. You have an audience for this, and it seems to only be picking up. You're making videos, and it's going well. And there's so many people like I'm on the bus to get groceries, and you can hear 2 guys towards the back being like, "Hey man, I'm gonna start a YouTube channel, and I'm gonna be rich because I'm gonna monetize it and stuff." Like that's that's something that so many people want to do. Like
Yeah.
regardless of what genre it's in. And then the other side that I was thinking of is that you're an independent artist and you're working on things that interest you and things that you want to do, and these things are yours. Like you don't have anybody like cracking a whip above you being like, make this parody of butt sex Goldilocks, which I've watched 3 times.
That song has been stuck in my ever since I animated. I'm just like, it's never leaving my mind because I had to like do the lip sync. Holy shit.
Yeah, I feel like that's better though than just even like hearing somebody say the same line over and over. Oh,
yeah.
Worse though, because all you hear is like butt sex Goldilocks. Like, okay.
Yeah.
So, okay, yeah, that's the second part that I was coming at it with. So what inspired you to try your hand at the whole YouTube thing? Like where, and because you said you were at school too, like where were you when you?
Well, I think I've always wanted to do this, like, before I was in Humber. Like, I remember in high school, like, me and my friends, we would make, like, dumb cartoons, you know, like, whatever. Because, like, I used to, like, be on Newgrounds. Newgrounds.com is, like, where a lot of Flash animators, like, you know, stay. So, like, yeah, that's where I started at first. And then, you know, I found, like, Ego Raptor, Ed's World, Oni, you know, all the I guess, well-known animators now on YouTube, but they were really well-known on Newgrounds. So I was just like, they're doing that. I mean, I know it's not like the easiest thing in the world to do, and then not a lot of these artists like get like a lot of money to, you know, hold on as their full-time job, especially back then. So I was just like, that's cool. I want to do that. I mean, like, it looks so much fun, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like even if I'm not gonna get paid for it or whatever, it's still like a lot of fun.
Man,
So I was just like, yeah, I'll try it.
it's still a life goal of mine to be on the front page of Newgrounds.
Yeah.
Since I was like 13, and I'm like, this goal is going way too long. Like, I need to pick up the pace on.
Probably need to jump on that at some point. Yeah.
I actually don't know where Newgrounds is at right now.
Well, I mean, I go on there once. I don't go on there as much as I used to, but like, I mean, still like a lot of competition.
Yeah. So you want to do this since before college?
Yeah, until yeah, like around high school, I was just like, I want to do this, please. Like, you know what I mean? But when I reached college, like I remember my friends were just like, why don't you make a YouTube channel? I'm just like, you know, like I don't know if it will work out. You know what I mean? I'm just like, it's
Yeah.
okay, I'll focus on school. And then when the summer came of first year, I'm just like, screw it, I'll just try one like animation. So I made like a Slender Man. It wasn't like, I don't know why like it blew up because like the last time I looked at it, it's almost at like 600,000 or something views on it. Like,
Jeez.
and I was just no, like honestly, it's like the stupidest thing I ever made. It's like Slenderman running backwards in a forest. I'm just like, it's not even like the greatest thing. I'm just like, why do people like this? But yeah, so like it was an Adobe Flash that I did at first for like 2D animation, and then I was just like, oh my god, this is so terrible. It was so bad because I was because we were just starting to learn animation. I'm just
Yeah.
like, holy god, this is like. I'm like, nobody's gonna like this, but then I kept thinking,
And yet,
I need to like make something, because like if I don't start with anything, it's just like, how am I gonna get to like where I want to be? So I'm just like, fine, I'll like put it out even though it sucks. And then it blew up, and I'm just like, what? Like I didn't understand what was happening.
well, and that's so important too, to be like, Wilco and I had a whole podcast about it, but just being like, this is scary, but if I don't do anything towards it, I'm just gonna sit here and be like, I gotta do that thing that I wanted to do. Like, Nick, I gotta go get on that front.
Laundry.
Oh man, I gotta do dishes after this. Speaking of which, if I never take that first step towards dishes, I'm never gonna have my dishes
I was about
done.
to say, you write that down, boy, and you follow me.
I really should. So how long was it like an instant, like that video blew up, or was it
I
like a
would
gradual?
say like within a month,
Okay.
I guess. Like cause like back then I didn't really use social media a lot, so I didn't have like Twitter, Tumblr, or like whatever. I just had Facebook, right? And I
Right.
showed it to my friends. I'm like, look at this stupid thing I made, right? Everybody's like, oh my god, whatever, right? And then it just blew. I don't know what happened. Like I honestly don't know how people got to that video. Like it's still a mystery to me because I don't understand what happened.
There's like a huge
But-
group of people that are like, I wonder what Slender Man would look like if he walked backwards
Yeah.
and through a forest. And they were like, finally,
Yeah, this is the video for me.
thank God.
But yeah, it just started like that, and then I was just like, I'm getting subscribers. Maybe I should like do more. So then yeah, I just started like doing more stuff. So like, I did a Minecraft one, and then I did like one original animation that I did, and like it can go for anything. Like my original animations are like the lowest viewed on my channel. I can say that because like obviously people are gonna go for like the stuff that they know. You know what I mean? Unless you have like a huge audience. So I think I heard this on like Oni's podcast, Sleepy Cabin. They were talking about like if you're starting out on YouTube or like anywhere on the internet, whatever, and you want to make stuff specifically like animation, how you get an audience, it sounds kind of like, I don't want to say like you're stealing like people's IPs, but you know what I mean? Like that's how you generate like an audience if people are familiar with like what your topic is, or like, you know what I mean? Because if it's like
Definitely.
if it's my stupid like original animation, they're just like, oh, it's just a thing, whatever. You know what I mean? They're not gonna come back.
Yeah.
And if when I started putting out stuff related to Rooster Teeth, everybody's like, oh shit, look at that, like, and then they started coming to my channel, you know what I mean?
All
So,
caps
like,
comments. Oh shit.
I know. Yeah, that's what happened, and I that's why my channel like started blowing up like in the past like 8 months, I guess. I don't know how long it's been since I started doing Rooster Teeth stuff, but like yeah, that's when it started, because like people are just like, oh my goodness, like this looks cool, and you know, not a lot of people are doing it. I mean, now there's a lot of people, I can't lie. So yeah.
Was that is that intentional, or like, do you want to like, are you like sneakily putting stuff out to be like, nah, come watch my original things, or is it more of like you just like doing both?
No, I enjoy doing it, but I mean, yeah, sure, of course, I would love people to see like my original stuff. I think
Mhm.
anybody would, but I mean, like, I do it for like the love of because I have like a terrible obsession with Rooster Teeth. If anybody knows me, like, I enjoy their content because I'm a huge fan of them. So like, I'm just like they appreciate the fandom, so I'm like, I want to make something too. So look at me, like I'm making something.
I think that's nice too when like somebody like up there will recognize people who put in work and appreciate them.
Yeah.
I think it's a beautiful thing. It brings a tear to my eye, really. Oh damn. So like you actually answered like so many of these.
Oh, did I?
Yeah. Does so what about like people are liking this.
Hmm.
Let's go to the darker side.
All right, let's go to darker.
Do you have any haters?
Oh boy.
Oh
You
yeah,
got
of
that
course.
hate, those hate
Them
YouTube
haters.
comments.
Sipping on the haterade,
Of
as they
course,
say.
there's always gonna be haters like, oh, this sucks or whatever. You know, it's not like this or you know what I mean. They're gonna compare me to like somebody else. It's like that's gonna happen. Like, and like to me, it doesn't bother me because like you know, I guess you guys can relate too because we're in the art industry. We're gonna get a lot of criticism. It doesn't like
Yep.
really bother me anymore because you know what I mean. Especially since let's just say life drawing class in college that really like can I just say that the first time we were introduced to Werner like
Oh,
dude
man.
he like destroyed everybody like
There
the
was
first day he destroyed everybody and he destroyed me and I'm just like wow like I never felt so bad in my entire life and when I first stepped into his class
it's so he's hilarious about it though.
but he
I
is
hated your group so much, Nick, because you guys built him up to be like this demon that was gonna happen next year. Like we
That's-
were all like, we have Michelle, whatever, we're passing. And you guys are like, you haven't seen anything, and it's just like, oh no.
It's almost like an initiation because the year before us and even
yeah,
when
I'm
we were in
pretty
first
sure
years,
we did that to you guys too because the
Yeah.
people before us did it as
Yeah.
well so like
I don't know what
It's
it is
it's
about
a chain
Werner, but
reaction.
yeah.
it's funny it's
So
just like
it's
oh
like-
my god you're gonna hate your life I'm like what
It's like when somebody punches you in the shoulder and they're like, pass it on. And the like collectively we're all like, okay, bam.
yeah just roll with it
Yeah. Good luck first years.
It's just human nature to kind of watch that because like what is it the show Arthur does that too with Mr. Ratburn the first time that they ever get him before that the
Yeah.
year that had him before does the same thing. They're just like, oh, Ratburn and like all these super over dramatic things like he eats nails for breakfast and some stuff like
oh
that.
yeah I remember that
Well,
Yeah,
he
but
scares
it's like-
children in pools.
Yeah.
He pretends to be a shark.
It's
Ah.
just but yeah, just like I don't know, maybe it's like human nature to kind of be like to just kind of fuck with people, I guess.
yeah probably.
Maybe. I enjoyed hearing that story, how we fooled you into thinking that it was awful.
Don't get me wrong, because I remember, was it you, Nick, that had the thing where he's just like, it's pretty good except for this and this and this, and then at the end you circled your whole page.
There was a time when we were all drawing. I think we were drawing a scapula, and first part of the
God.
story is that I had drawn one. I was like, oh, that's crappy. So I wrote on top. I was like, the crapula, and he comes over. He's like, this is beautiful. Can I have this? This looks like modern art. And I'm like, and then
Oh my
so the
God.
guy, like 2 seats beside me or whatever, he draws a scapula, and Werner goes over and he looks at it and he goes, oh wow. And so everybody turns because it's like, yo, Werner's praising someone.
I know when that happens it's
So
the most
rare.
shocking thing
And he's like, oh man, yeah, this is really good. And the guy's like, you like it? And he's like, yeah. What is it? And his head just dropped.
oh my god
Oh, he was a monster,
Oh,
but like in the best of ways.
yeah,
like
he's fantastic.
really pushed
he's
people.
a lovely guy don't
Yes.
just
yeah.
say he's a monster because like you know what he says when you're drawing but
Oh, no,
other
no.
than that he's a lovely person
We're trying to
He's
punch
a-
you in the arm, is what we're saying.
yeah
He's a great guy, but he's super serious and hyper sarcastic when it comes to like
Yeah.
drawing. So,
Which is
Yeah.
fantastic.
oh yeah, definitely. Like I actually like him a lot. Like
Mhm.
he's awesome.
So,
Yeah.
I just read these notes that I made.
Oh no,
Uh,
we're back on track. Here
Yeah.
we go.
something that I guess I've been feeling now that I'm like, I'm going to release one every Monday. like, and I think even bigger for you, Jess, now that you have this large following and these people who watch your stuff, do you feel like, clearly that's wicked? Do you feel a sense of obligation from that? Does it put any more stress on you?
Oh yeah, definitely. There's a lot of pressure because like, okay, so recently I'm on a break right now. I haven't put out an animation in a month since my Ninja Sex Party one, but I've explained why I haven't, because like my personal life. So everybody's like, it's cool, like whatever. But like, the schedule that I made myself for the past couple of months was just like try to get one at least, you know, every month. And then I started getting faster at animating and I had more time from my part-time job and whatever. I started like scheduling my life. So I was just like I could do it every maybe 3 weeks now. And then it started to becoming like more and more.
Mhm.
So the fastest I can do is every 2 weeks. So that's what the schedule I set for me. Like every 2 weeks I'll have an animation out.
And how long are these on average?
On average, like a minute to a minute 20-ish.
Every
seconds.
2 weeks?
Yeah. The reason why it takes
That's pretty
also
good.
so long, yeah, the reason why I
No,
also
that's
do-
actually incredibly fast.
Yeah, no, I know. People think it's just like, what the fuck? You're
Yeah.
only doing a minute, you know? But
No,
like, the
that's- You told me that, and
As
I'm
a-
like, I don't even know if we're hitting that in the studio. Like, we're
Let's
trying
just
to hit
say, as an aspiring animator, I understand like the completion that you are accomplishing right now.
that.
Like,
I told another guy in the studio, I'm like, yeah, we're hitting about a minute plus every 2 weeks, and he's like, he argued with me. He's like, no, you're not. You're lying. I'm
Damn.
like, not lying. He's working on a different project. He's like, there's no way. That can't be real.
It's
Yeah.
all a dream. But,
But
yeah,
he's
so-
coming onto our project, so I'm gonna
Yeah.
win that argument. Son.
Oh, snap.
Okay, sorry. Continue.
That's okay. But yeah, so like I said, like 2 weeks, the time frame for me. But like, yeah, if I miss something, people are gonna be like, hey, so where's the animation? You making a new one?
Right.
Yeah, so it's like, I mean, like people, most of my audience have like understood like why I'm taking a break right now. But there's like, you know, like a few people who are just like, make
Yeah.
more, please make more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so like, yeah, I feel obligated to like stay on schedule and make something for them because I'm like, you guys subscribe to me, you guys watch me, you enjoy my content. I feel like I need to give
please, the
something in return.
fandom.
Yeah.
Exactly, or else they're gonna turn into an angry mob with pitchforks. You know what I mean? Like, so.
In online mobs, it'll be a lot of
Yep.
emoticons of pitchforks.
Yep.
Not a ton of like immediate danger, but
And angry faces, a lot of angry
A lot of
faces.
angry faces,
oh,
yeah.
those are important. I send out angry faces like it's nobody's business because they're just free. I'm like, frown, frown, frown. Eat that. I would
Ruined
say.
your day.
Yeah.
Frowny faces.
Then I feel powerful and I continue wrecking people's emotions. on
I was
the
just saying,
internet.
I continue to be an abusive individual
Yeah.
and wreck people to make myself feel better.
Then I go back to being 13 and ask my mom to make me chicken tenders. Sup? Living the dream.
Oh my god.
Where's
Start
my
bullying
Xbox Live
2015.
subscription? Oh yeah. So, man, that was. I should never do an interview again because that was so
Damn it,
quick.
Nick.
We've gone through this journey with you, where you started up. You're not totally certain about it, but you made the very wise decision to put it out anyway.
Mhm.
So now that you've, that backward Slender Man's blown up, and that these creators are seeing that you're doing this, they're giving you shout outs. You have people who enjoy your stuff. They want you to make more.
Yeah.
Where is your mind now versus where it was when you started, when you were apprehensive about it?
I definitely take it more seriously than I was before. I'm gonna be like, like before I'd be like, here's a thing, like whatever. Like I don't even share it to anybody really. I'm just like, here's a thing.
Yeah.
But now I'm just like, I feel more like confident in myself as an animator because before I was just like, this is so bad. Like nobody should see this. Like honestly, you'll go blind looking at this. So like, but now like I can confidently say like, I'll work on like if you need me to work on something, I'll do it. Like I'm not like afraid to like try new things essentially because like honestly like when I started like doing like the little parody animations like I thought it was a good idea to like so that I can get recognition. I don't want to sound like an asshole, you know what I mean? Like it's nice when like the people you're making it for notice you, and then like that was like one goal that I wanted, like just like to get recognition, not just to be like you know what I mean, like give me 1,000 subscribers or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, so when I accomplished it, I'm just like, oh my god, I can do this. Like, you know what I mean? So
Oh yeah.
so I don't know, like I guess like yeah, I'm more confident in my work now. Like I'm not afraid to like try like different stuff. But yeah, that's where I see myself at right now.
Well, yeah, that is like a really nice feeling too, to be like, if someone's just like, your art sucks, it's like, well, 3,000 people disagree. Like,
Yeah, it's just like, look, I have my posse with me. Like,
yeah.
If I had that, I would print 2 sets of business cards, and one would say Nick Maybury, 3D animator, and the other one would say F you, 3,000 people disagree with you, and I would just give them out depending on how people
yeah,
react.
depending who it is.
Be like, Nick, you didn't get the job, and I'd be like, I will send you a letter right away, and I'm just stuff them full of this. It'll be 1 business card and 3,000 middle fingers. I think that'll definitely look really good
That'll
on me.
definitely work.
Yeah.
And then he finally gets on the fabled blacklist.
The
Never to go-
mystical blacklist.
The mystical list.
They said it didn't exist, but I got on it.
You were the first. You are the first.
I was the reason it
blacklist.
exists. Because I sent 3,000 middle fingers to anybody who was reasonably like, well, you know, we just don't have the resources right now. I'm like, well, I got 3,000.
I have the resources to fuck you.
Well, solid interview.
Could you bleep that out? By the way, I'm gonna feel bad for saying that.
Nope, no, I don't know if I want to do that.
Okay, whatever.
I'm actually
Just leaves it in
I'm about to say
anyway.
check your mailbox in a couple of days, I guess.
well, people can swear on it. It's funny because I didn't know if I should at first or not. I'm like, should I swear on this? And then the first episode was with 2 of my good friends, Lloyd and Nate. We were talking about like people. We were trying to talk about hobbies versus careers and stuff.
Yeah.
But instead we just like talked a lot of smack about kids who want to make their own video games. Like,
Jesus,
like kids with
it was an
dreams.
assault.
Like
Oh
passionate
God.
people with dreams, and we just destroy them. And like within the first 10 minutes, they were like, "Yeah, we're gonna shit all over you now." And I'm like, "Okay, guess we're swearing on the podcast." Like happened in the first episode. Now it's canon.
Well, there's that
Yeah.
other idea, like, it's supposed to be like a podcast about like artists for aspiring artists, and
Yeah.
obviously swearing is a form of release of aggression. Like, that's
Oh, man.
psychological. So
If you are in a lab, it's like, oh, it's like. Do you guys see those videos of like all those like Russian kids who play Counter-Strike or whatever?
rage.
Yeah.
And they just
they rage.
yeah, and they like break their keyboard in half
Yeah.
while screaming for their moms. You can't do that when you're a grown up, and you can't like punch your screen or your monitor. So
Yep.
all you can do is swear at it.
Yep.
I don't think it speeds it up, but sometimes it feels like it does. So
Yeah, sometimes intimidate the computer into doing what you want.
sometimes like it almost makes it worse though, because you're like, you better start right now, and then you just see like the loading bar keep
Yeah.
going, like in defiance of you. Yeah, it's like buffering. Like,
That's when you
go.
get a hold of a cup of water and you're just like, I have something now. Like, swearing at it, I was like empty
Yeah.
threats, but when you bring like the liquid that could destroy it, it's just like, oh,
Just hold it above it. Be like,
Yes.
you still buffering? Are you?
I swear to God.
I feel like this industry has made me like swear like every time I get mad. Like I used to not like all the time, but every time I'm working on anything and then like it messes up, I'm just like, oh fuck. Ever since I got in this industry, it's just like, oh my god, I swear all the time when I get pissed off.
Yeah, it's and then there's an interesting transition when you get to work and you're near other
Mhm.
people and you're like, ah,
Yeah.
you just gotta take it. Like I try to take deep breaths and let it out instead of like festering inside and forming ulcers.
Gotta just change the word a bit, like shirts, and
Shirts.
like farts.
So then instead of being like, who's that guy that always swears, it'll be like, who's that weird guy with like, he's got an issue going on.
He hates shirts. Like shirts make him
He
angry.
eats shirts and he says when he farts. It's so strange. I'm glad I don't sit beside him. Be the fart guy, the shirt-hating fart guy.
Oh,
That would not look good at the company picnic.
No, it didn't.
um,
but you'd get noticed.
yeah,
One way to get noticed.
Yep.
good, bad publicity. Who knows? So now I'm how can we relate this? What is your creative process, Jess, for making either a parody video or an original or something? Because you've been at this for a while now, so I feel like you're a seasoned vet to be like, I'm gonna make something today. You using these in-ear headphones, so I don't look like an alien. Anyway, so you're gonna sit down. You're gonna be like, time to make a new video.
Mhm.
Are you just like click, click, click? Here I go.
Well, like, okay, this is gonna sound bad, and I feel like you shouldn't do this as an animator, because, like, okay, when you
If you say that you skip pre-production, I
Yeah,
will
when
wag
you-
my finger at you.
okay,
I'm prepared.
Tread carefully.
everyone's holding their fingers up. Anyway, okay, because like I haven't been doing this much as like I should have like in the past, like what I used to do. When I come up with an idea, I'm just like, I should do that, and then I don't do storyboard. I skip the storyboard. You should not do that. Can I just say that? Don't do that. Don't
Taking
do
a
that.
deep breath.
Rick, you gotta join
Oh.
me on this.
Look how you're moving
being-
just your finger. It takes extra work instead of doing this to just
to move
isolate
your
the finger.
That's
will
how
say-
upset I am right now.
I will say I'm getting better. I'm going back into storyboard. So like I'm just saying, people who want to do animation storyboard first, please. So,
Okay, so specifically because I've seen it 3 times, did you storyboard Butt Goldilocks as the title? By the way, did you title it Butt Goldilocks because you can't
Okay,
put sex in a title?
yeah, that's the reason why. Because like if I put butt sex, then I might get in trouble. So I just
Okay.
put butt Goldilocks just to avoid any like complaints or anything.
Solid.
But yeah, since Ninja Sex Party was my last animation, yeah, that was the one that I did not storyboard
Really?
because I was rushing to get it out because I'm like,
Oh, okay.
yeah, at the same time, because like I was taking longer than I usually did, like the 2 weeks that I usually take,
Right.
and I'm just like, I need to get this out, but at the same time, I have to do other stuff, so it's just like I can't storyboard, so I'll just like like put it out there, and like it turned out fine, but I'm not gonna lie, like I did run into problems because I was just like, this is not working out, like the camera angle is not working out, like this doesn't match like what I was trying to like convey in my mind, so I was just like, damn it, so I had to do a lot of like revision and like deleting my animation, like making new stuff. So yeah, don't skip storyboarding. It's
I was
not a
waiting
good
for you to
idea.
be like, so then and then explain this like actual like pre-production process. So then damn it. Which sums it up very nicely.
Yeah, pretty much. But if we're taking it on a serious note, like if I come, okay, so this is how I do it for my parodies. I'll just say it for my parodies because they're easier to explain. So like I'll give an example. I watch one of Funhouse's videos. I'm just like, hey, that's funny. Like I would love to see that as an animated thing. So I'll take that clip and whatever, fix it up in the audio. Then
You
I
have
have
the
to,
realization as you do that. I would love to see that animated.
yeah, because like the way the
I'm
way
a trained animator.
oh my god,
That's me. I can do that.
it was for me.
I would have that every time.
They make my job easier to animate it because the way they describe it, it's like perfect. I'm just like they just
They
need
are
someone
very
to
animated.
yeah, exactly. That's the whole. I guess that's why everybody finds it easier to make it into an animation. So I'm just like they make it easier for me because they like tell the story right away. I don't have to like come up with this like story how they got there. You know what I mean? They
Nobody's animating like NPR, like National Public of like today's story. Go over to. Like, no one's gonna touch that.
No, oh my goodness, no. But yeah, so that,
Amazing things with that though.
I guess. Maybe. I'm picturing the newscasters from Futurama.
oh my goodness.
So go on.
Continue. Sorry.
But yeah, so it makes it easier for me. So then I'll just like do the storyboard out. I don't do in detail because this is terrible. I'm a perfectionist. So like if I'm drawing and if it's not perfect, I'm gonna be like it needs to be perfect. I am not stopping until it is. But like
thumbnail, man, thumbnail.
I know. So I've controlled myself now. So if it doesn't look, I'm just like it's okay. It's just a storyboard. It's not like supposed to be like this. It's okay.
Sure. It's okay.
Yeah.
Farts.
So like I storyboard out like
To
the
hell
main.
with you, Nick.
Hmm?
To hell with you, Nick. That's mine. I patent that.
Shirts.
Stealing stuff. Anyway. But yeah, so I draw like the main shots that I want to do, and after I get that down, I split all the scenes up because like I've seen people do this. Like they take let's say you want to make a 1-minute animation, they put the entirety of that sound clip into one scene. They don't separate it into like different scenes. You should not do that. Like, that's a bad idea. So, yeah, so that's what I do. I split the audio into like parts. So
Can you
it's
tell
easier to-
everybody why it's a bad idea?
Oh, because you can run into so many troubles, and especially when you're, let's say, example, like rendering. For example, I don't know if you want to blow up your computer or anything, but that's not a good idea to do.
Do you hate your computer? Well, have I got a solution for you?
Learn animation. My computer is making the worst humming sound right now, by the way.
Your poor computer.
But yeah,
But-
it's been
Yeah.
worked hard.
Goodness. But yeah, so the other reason is if you run into like an error or anything, the file like corrupts or something, you basically lose everything. And that's like the saddest thing of being an animator is when you
Yeah.
lose the corrupted work and you realize I have to start over.
Yeah, like there's sometimes it'll be like, oh, I lost a save file. I just lost 4 hours of work.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be 4 hours between saves, but let's
It
say
really should not. be
it should be
now.
like
No,
I
no,
lost
no.
15 minutes of work max. But like if your file's corrupted, it's like, well, you scream,
Sharks!
sharks and farts. You were like, what is that guy talking about?
I don't know what's wrong with him.
Okay, so
but yeah, so I do it in parts, make my life easier, and then what I do, because like I'm a terrible modeler. Can I just say that I am not good at 3D modeling? I rage at that. So but anyway, I just do like whatever is in the shot. I do the layout, so I put where everything is gonna go, and I don't do detailed models until like the ending. Some people prefer to do it before, but to me, I just want to get the animation out first, because I would think like since animation is my skill, I think I should like work on that
yeah,
more. Like,
well, and
you know,
it depends. Like if they need to interact with it, but otherwise, like a proxy
that's-
model, and it makes everything run faster too.
yeah. So yeah, and then I animate it, and then after I get the animation down, I go into Adobe Flash to do the facial animations, because
Really?
yep. So aside from my achievement hunter ones, because those are actually like 3D rigs with like a facial rig on it. My Funhouse and my Game Grumps ones, they have no facial rigs on there, so it's just like a head with no face on it. So I do.
Did you
2D
know that when you
animation.
opened it, or were you like, shirts?
Originally, our shirts. Farts, but yeah, originally I wanted to have like a facial animation on like the chibi models that I found online, and I was just like, oh, maybe I can make it, right? I can do a little bit of rigging, it shouldn't be that bad. And then I tried it, I'm like, wow, okay, I'm never doing this
Yeah,
again.
famous
Like,
last
That's how I
words.
feel about it.
yeah, so I'm just like, I'll just not do that. So I was like looking up like different ways to like do it, and then there's this one animator on YouTube, Pixel Pit. He was featured on Game Grumps. I don't know if anybody has seen. He's done like cube animations, but
That's
he
why
was-
Wilco's here.
I watch all of the Game Grumps animated stuff, so
Nice.
I've probably seen it, and I just don't.
yeah,
know.
you probably he did like his style is like cube animations. But anyway, yeah, I ran into his channel by accident. I was just searching up like animation channels on YouTube, and I found it. And I'm just like, whoa, his animations are 3D, but the face is like in 2D. I'm like, nobody else is doing that. And then he did a tutorial on like how he like does his animation, how he does the 2D animation. I'm just like, I could do that. I could just run like an image sequence over for the texture, and it will show up on the face. So it worked out perfectly.
So
but
you,
at first
you
I-
switch over to Flash, you put the audio in, and then you animate lip sync to the audio, right?
Yeah, that's what I do. And then I have
That's
like
really
Blender
cool.
open up. Yeah, I have Blender
Like,
open up so I know like where
Gears
they're
are turning. That's really
Mhm.
cool.
working.
Yeah, I saw that you had the lip sync, which was 2D, and I was like, damn, shirt.
Sure.
So what is the next step then?
Yeah, then after that, I render it out into an image sequence, and then I put it on there. Make sure it's like a PNG, because if it's not, then, something's gonna happen wrong with it. So after that, then I render out each scene, and those, since my computer is not like the fastest thing in the world, it does take me a long time to like render out, like 20 plus scenes. I don't know how many scenes, usually 20 to 30 scenes that I have to render out, and those take like half an hour each
Man,
sometimes.
if it wasn't for rendering, I wouldn't have a life. Rendering is like the
I
time that I
know.
used to do life, especially in school.
Yeah, and for anyone doing 3D, if you can, just bake your lights. It'll save time.
The motion with which you said that was like,
No, like
There's
'cause,
a
like,
dark story behind that.
It is because I used to not do that, right? And then I think
Uh.
it was Paul Neal who came up to me. He's like, "Why don't you bake your lights?" I'm like, "Oh, God."
That
Like I could have
exists.
saved so much time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, yeah, bake your lights, and yeah. So then after I do that, I go into After Effects, put it all together, and then get the sound right and everything, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
Cool.
Oh, this animation. Okay, yeah, I found it. Sorry, I was just glancing to see if I could find the cube
That's-
one that you were talking
yeah.
about.
Oh, I thought you. I'm really excited about Butt Goldilocks. I guess.
Yeah,
I've seen other ones, but I think the song is stuck in my head, and that's why. Does anybody remember? Well, maybe you guys know that Ninja Brian guy was a YouTuber like way back.
Oh yeah, he was.
Okay, I wasn't sure if people were aware of that. I was like,
Yep.
I know something.
Well,
But
that's
nobody
something.
knows.
I
So,
didn't know that until about a year and a half ago, I think, when randomly I stumbled across one of his and was like, oh, oh, hello.
well, yeah, I remember it was like I don't know, like 2008 or before then, and he was like the guy who's like, here's how to make a ninja thing out of a shirt. I'm a ninja, and then I'm like, that guy, like as far as I know, he died because I had no idea what happened to him. I didn't even think about it,
Yeah.
and then I see him chilling with the Game Grumps guys, and I'm like, dude, I thought you were dead. Like
I had
apparently
assumed you were gone.
he's just a really good ninja because I didn't.
Yeah, nobody saw him for like how many years?
Yeah.
Like,
It's like a solid almost a decade. That's good ninjaing. Congrats. He's like, here's how you make a ninja thing. Here's how you do it. Silence for 8 years.
yeah, pretty much.
That's the end of my notes, guys.
Great
Well,
interview, Nick.
Yeah. Yeah.
The worst thing is I can't even talk about the whole like butt Goldilocks because I didn't know Jess at all. So when I got home, I had to cook dinner for two of my roommates, plus like scramble to be like, okay, I got to do some research on this person. Just so I know
What
who
do you
the
mean you
heck he
had
is.
to cook for your two roommates?
Because I said, hey, I'm gonna cook. Do you guys want something? And
Oh.
then
Aw.
said yes, and I was like, you know what? I just realized I know nothing about the person Nick is making me talk to, so let's go look up. And I found like your demo reel and was like, I know one thing about this person. Shirt. And then I had to bolt back and make sure that the macaroni was being made properly. So.
I'm picturing like, does anybody want anything? You just hear voices pop up, like heads come up in the apartment and be like, yeah, what are you making? Speaking of macaroni,
No, we have so many people here. Our rent is $10 a month. Just never know where everyone is. They're just
yeah,
somewhere.
we feed the macaroni and everybody pitches in for rent. It's great.
I have to say, I literally put macaroni on a plate, put it down, and by the time I turn around and turn back, it's gone. I don't know where it is, but
So
it's
it's
gone.
like- So it's like that Lucky Charms commercial, like that guy who's like painted himself as like the shelves. Did you see that commercial?
I think I know the one you're talking about. But
He was
I'm
like pouring himself a bowl of Lucky Charms. He turns around to get the milk, and his friend was like camouflaged on like the shelf behind him, and
I
he walks
have
out and
seen
grabs the
that.
bowl.
I know what you're talking about now, yeah.
First time I saw that, I was like, oh damn, oh shirt,
Oh, shirts.
oh shirt. It scared me. You shouldn't have said that because now I'm like, some guy's about to reveal. It's
He's
Ninja
in-
Brian.
Yeah,
right
Ninja Brian.
now.
Ninja Brian is about to reveal himself after his long hiatus. He's gonna like, but nothing bad. He's gonna be like, "Hey man," and he's gonna like rip off my shirt and then tie it around my face. Like, "Hey, you're a ninja now," and then he's gone.
Yeah,
Like, what happened?
It's so fast that on screen all you just hear is and then suddenly you have a shirt on your head.
Yeah.
Yeah, what happened? You have to slow the audio down to like
Frame by frame.
yeah, frame by frame you hear like nice Nick. And that's it. That's nice Nick.
We go
Oh, yeah.
CSI on it, and it's like, enhance, enhance, enhance.
Slow that down. Slow it down more. Clean it up.
If you look at frame 25.
Yeah.
Great interview, guys. Great interview.
Hey Nick, these are supposed to be hour long and you are you're off by a couple minutes there.
15, just
That's-
about.
You're missing a quarter.
Well, see, the thing is, I was like, okay, I'll come up with some cool questions. You know what? Here's a better idea. Jess, did you have things? What did you think you were going to talk about when you came on here?
Wow.
Honestly, I had no idea. I thought I was just like, you're probably gonna ask me questions about my YouTube channel. I'm just like, I'll just answer them as best as I can.
Oh, damn. Okay. Um, I was ready to be like, here we go. We're gonna get some personal insight, like what goes on inside Jess's head. Jess Kanagalingam.
You know what? That's pretty close. Like,
Kanagalingam?
yeah,
Yeah.
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 I'm not. I'm
That
being
would have been
serious,
my
like-
gamble.
Oh.
Well, wait.
I've heard worse.
Nick, as the co-host, I guess is my title right now. Am I allowed to ask any questions or make any comments or anything, or am I
Go
just
back to your God shirt and macaroni. No, what's your question?
shirt?
Question time. Go.
Oh, so I'm actually allowed to do that?
No, I was kidding. No, dude, just ask. What do you?
Do you just out of curiosity, since you said that you make some of your own original content,
Yeah.
do you based on like do you look at your numbers at all on YouTube, like your views? Like, do you kind of like keep pace with that kind of idea? Like just like,
Yeah.
oh, this one got 3,000 views and this one got 200 or something like that.
Yeah, because like I know I've been doing this a long time, and I guess it shouldn't quote unquote phase me anymore, but it still does because it's still amazing me. I'm like, wow, these like 3,000 people are watching this video. I don't understand why still. So yeah, I still keep tabs on like what people like to watch on my channel.
I'm kind of curious, like how do your how does your original content fare against your fan made content? Because I'm
Oh dear.
I was about to say, I'm willing to gamble that the fan stuff, just based on the fact that people are like, hey, I like this. Oh my God, a parody of it.
Yeah,
is
yeah.
to win more viewers. But
Yeah.
does your original content still have like its own niche audience within your audience, so to speak?
Ooh.
I would say like if I'm doing by percentage, probably like 3%. Let's be real here, like 3% like watch my original content because like I'll get an odd like comment like, "Hey, this is cool," like you know what I mean? Like, but it's mostly focused on like my fan stuff.
So you attract a certain audience because of the parodies that you make. Are
Yeah.
your originals geared towards those people, or is it something totally different?
Well, I mean, the first time I tried doing it, I was just like, I'm not gonna like focus, like I'm not gonna like direct it at like any sort of audience. I'm just gonna put it out there. Let's see what happens. You know what I mean? If
Mhm.
people like are into like my original ideas, and I got like positive feedback, but like it wasn't like blowing up as like my fan stuff because people recognize those characters, unlike my characters
Yeah.
are just like that's just a random thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, and it's
Mhm.
something established. It's like
Yeah.
they see it and they know it and they know that they like it.
Yep.
Yeah.
So and they're like, oh, a cool spin on it. Somebody animated it.
Mhm.
That's fun.
Yeah, it
Yeah, like-
definitely.
Yeah, like
Good.
like I could compare myself like in that aspect to like Ego Raptor's channel. Like I've watched like a bunch of panels that he's done, and like every single time he's just like people are gonna ask me about the Awesome series or Sequelitis, but nobody's gonna ask me about Lemon and Bill, which is like his original like cartoon
Yeah.
thingy. So like he's just like I
I
know
didn't even
nobody's
know
gonna
that
ask that.
existed.
So yeah, he has his and it's funny enough because that's Aaron's favorite like series that he's ever made. It's the original
And
one.
it's so like non-existent to people. Like
Even
Yeah,
nobody
Ego Raptor.
cares.
Wow.
Yeah, like
Okay.
nobody knows like what it is. They're just like, what the hell is that? Like I think people only know about it because Aaron has mentioned it on Game Grumps, and the
Right.
logos of like the Grump heads came from Lemon and Bill. Like they have the
Yeah.
same facial like face.
Oh.
So yeah, that's where he got that from. But like yeah, that's the only reason people know about Lemon and Bill. Other
that's-
than that,
It's interesting that Ego Raptor then is like, I'm gonna parody these things. Wow, it blew up. I'm gonna put some original things. Nobody's watching them, and you're like, I'm gonna parody Ego Raptor, put some original. Like it's funny that it's like
yeah,
it's universal, where
Yeah.
it's so hard to start up something original.
yeah,
Yeah.
it is for anything. It
It's
doesn't have to
tragically
be-
yeah.
funny,
Yeah.
but
For tragically, but yeah, it's very tragic. But
Yeah.
but yeah, for not just for like animation. It could be like for anything, even like
Oh, yeah.
music. Like if you do covers versus like your original song, I bet the
Yeah.
covers will get more. You know what I mean?
I was gonna say that the
Mhm.
reason, like, man, the instant that a song comes out and is on the top 40 list, a
Yeah.
million people try to learn it as quick as they can to get the cover out, so that when somebody
Mhm.
searches for the song, they accidentally click on their cover
Yeah.
and just bring all those
Yeah,
people.
that
Yeah.
clickbait though.
Yeah,
Clickbait.
pretty much.
Yeah. And
So-
I guess like I can say like that mindset is I guess, accepted for YouTube, especially if you want to make your own YouTube channel, because you need an audience. There's no way like
Yeah.
you can like, I know I don't want to sound like an asshole again, but if you want to make it on YouTube, you need an audience, like a following of people to like watch your stuff, because you obviously, if you don't have anything and you want to make your dream job, quote unquote, then you need an audience, or obviously you're not gonna like make anything from it.
Yeah.
And since it's easy to like make parodies or covers or like whatever, because they'll generate an audience, that's like the best way to gain an audience. And like Oni and Psychic Pebbles have said before, that's the best way to gain an audience. And I guess that in a sense, that's what I'm doing too. Like, I don't want to take advantage of like the Rooster Teeth fandom or whatever, but it's nice to know like I have like that part of me, like, you know what I mean, that I can include in my work. So like hopefully, like what I hope for in the future is like I have enough fans that are like fans of me instead of like Rooster Teeth or Game Grumps or like whatever.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, it makes sense too, because I mean those people got their own audience, and maybe it intersects with another one. There's a nice Venn diagram there, but like it's a group of people. They know what they want to see and they know what they like, and that's what they find. And I think it's completely legitimate for people to try and target that and try to, because if you make stuff and you believe that it intersects with something else that might be popular, then who's to say it's wrong to be like, hey, you guys like this, I'm going to give you something else that you will like. Pretty much like putting it out into the world, like, hey guys, I made this for you.
Yeah.
And it's also, it's just smart like marketing,
Yeah.
you could say, because, and it's also like an ingrained art, like such an artist thing where it's like, I just want an audience, and it's like I could sit alone in my room and animate stuff, but it would mean a lot more if people could see it, because art, quite a big part of it is being able to have other people experience the same things that you were experiencing when you created it, or having them experience whatever you wanted them to. And without an audience, you're just kind of like, I made a thing.
Yeah.
I'll put it in the corner. Start a new one.
That actually starts to get into like some deeper questions, like at what point do you stop being an artist and start being a, I don't know, like a creative nobody, I guess? Like, when, how much of an audience do you need to say that you're an artist? Because like you said, if nobody experiences it, theoretically you can say you're an artist, but nobody knows your stuff.
I very much subscribe to the notion of fake it till you make it. So I think if you believe that you're creating something good, or if you're putting a lot of work into it, obviously there's going to be a lot of self-doubt about it, but absolutely call yourself an artist, because if you don't call yourself an artist, nobody else is. Like, if you don't believe in yourself, other people won't.
I agree with that. Like when I first started wanting to do animation on the internet, I think I don't remember if I sent an email to Aaron actually, because like I actually wanted help and whatever, and
Really?
he said this, he said this to me and like a lot of other people, like because people have said the same thing to him, and he said like, people would be like, start the email, I'm an aspiring animator, blah blah blah, can you help me, you know, kind of like advice thing. And he'll always say like, don't call yourself an inspiring animator, you're drawing something and you're making it move, right? So you're an animator. It doesn't matter if you suck or whatever, you're still an animator. So like, yeah, I still have that mindset, even though I'm like, I'm not the greatest animator in the world, I still consider myself an artist. And back then, when I didn't have like a larger audience, I'm like, it could still happen, like I'm still an animator, and I really wanted it to work, so like I kept working at it. So I think it's just like, if you really want it, then you have to like work for it, as cliche as that sounds. But yeah, so that's the best way I can put it at, if you want it to like become a thing for you.
I've been discovering, like, I didn't expect it, but doing this podcast, like, most of the advice that I end up giving on the subject that we're talking about is a cliche, or it's just like a one-liner that everybody knows. It's like, live, love, laugh, but like it applies so well sometimes. And I almost don't want to say it, but like sometimes the cliche is, it just fits so perfectly.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's the podcast is more of giving context to that one-liner than it is actually coming up with an answer. It's more of like, why is this the answer? Well, this is why. And speaking of, you know, calling yourself an animator, I remember actually with Scott, who's on the last episode where you learn the secrets of macaroni.
Oh my goodness.
He posted an image once on Facebook of, he's like, this is the business card I think I'm gonna go with, and it said Scott Heron, student animator. And I was like, Scott, no. He's like, what? I'm like, you're not a student animator. And he's like, what? Yeah? And I'm like, no, you're an animator, or sorry, modeler. Like, you are a modeler, not a student modeler, because it's true. You don't.
You make stuff.
Yeah, it doesn't matter whether you're in school or not. If you're in school, you're probably doing it to a bigger degree than people who are doing it in high school, and even people in high school. You're not a student animator. You're not a student modeler.
No, you're exactly what you want to be.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of it comes with a lot. People are like really scared of like not making it because they think like I don't have experience, so I'm considered quote unquote a student, not a professional.
Right.
So like they'll put that label on themselves instead.
Yeah, it's like you have to be self-aware of where you're at. Like if you are a student and you're trying to get into modeling, say if you just did 1 year, like you're a modeler, yes, but at the same time,
1 year experience.
Yeah, with 1 year experience.
You have to take into consideration of that too.
Yeah, and actually, speaking of that, man, every time like after graduating, people are like, "Okay, I'm gonna look at jobs," and it's always like at least 3 years experience, and they're like, "I can't apply," but it's like you just got your 3 years in school. There you go. Apply.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, and even if you didn't, it's like they'll go through everybody, and if everybody only had 2 years of experience, they're still gonna hire somebody.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
If they need someone, they'll get someone.
Yeah,
exactly.
This has been a quick lesson in believing in yourself and taking chances.
Hard.
Believing in yourself.
Yes.
Oh.
I can't lie, that is true.
Yeah, actually.
Bam. I'm pointing where she is on my screen, by the way. This is probably not where she's going to be.
On my screen. I don't know what it's
on my screen. You're pointing at Nick, so you know.
Am I right now?
No, you're definitely wrong on my end. There you go. You got
Just point everywhere.
There we go.
1,000,000 or 3,000 middle fingers. There you go. One of those will cover it.
I pointed in every direction. There is no way that I missed.
People like doing this interview, Jess. I just want to say that like when I'm talking, I try to talk into the camera, and then when you say something, I turn to look at you, but I'm staring into your cartoon eyes. But I'm hearing your voice, so I'm like, yeah, that's true, and I'm like trying to like make a connection, like
because you can hear the emotions, so you can see what it would look like.
But
my cartoon face.
Every once in a while, there's like, that's cartoon face. Okay.
I don't even get the cartoon face. I get like a blue screen with a white person on it because I don't have her on.
Wait, you don't like white people?
Whoa.
do you see this? As white as they frickin' come.
I'm colorblind, Wilco. I don't see color.
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Everyone's equal to me.
When did this happen?
Was forever.
When did this happen?
Like, wait, what was it? Colorblind or the
that was towards the colorblindness. I'm aware equality is far from quite there yet.
True say. We pretty much hit an hour. I don't want to like I feel like a fish out of water, just like gasping for air. Like I was writing these questions down. I'm like, these are good.
Like 2 hours.
This will be really good. And then like. I'm like, so ask the first question. You're like, you answered like 3 of them in a row. I was like, damn it, she's really good at this.
Oh, this next one will stump her.
Yeah, this will be the one. And it's just like, pow! And I'm like, oh no. Maybe we can talk about macaroni again. And we did, so it all worked out.
We talked about shirts as well, so you know, there's that.
Shirts and farts, so solid episode. I don't think I'm going to put farts in the title, but I'm going to try to work shirts in there for sure. Like that shirt cray. Maybe. I don't know. We didn't say too many crazy things. Yeah. Is there... So, Jess, oh wait, no, you do have your own podcast and stuff.
Oh yeah, I do.
I watched 5 minutes of one of them and then realized there might have been spoilers, so I immediately closed.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm doing better on the spoilers and putting spoiler alerts on my podcast.
I saw that you when you first put it up, I saw that you had it.
Yeah.
or I guess the first time I saw it, and I was like, oh, cool. Which one should I watch? And I'm like, sexual ASMR. That's what I'm gonna watch.
I
Not-
found one.
Not just because it had the word sex in it, but because I'm like, oh, ASMR. Like
Yeah.
it gets me, man. When I listen to people whispering,
When I like I said on that podcast, it weirded me out. I was like, what am I listening to?
Did you feel tingles?
No, I just felt really odd because
Oh.
like it was just this girl like talking into the mic. And she's like, and now I'm gonna touch your ear. I'm just like,
Yeah. That's the thing. It's weird because it's like it's an involuntary response.
Yeah.
Like I'm watching it and it's like I'm gonna put makeup on your face. I'm like that's dumb, but
Stop. No way. I don't like being touched.
the greatest ASMR video,
Oh
a
my
realistic ASMR video. I'm gonna put
Yes.
makeup on your face now. Get away from me, lady. I don't know you.
Knock your computer over. I don't like this anymore. I don't like it.
No. Shirts.
Farts.
Anybody have any closing statements?
I'll
Believe in
I guess.
yourself.
Yeah, actually, pretty much. That's actually a pretty good theme of it because I think a lot of people will feel that way, especially if they want to make a YouTube channel or put anything out there.
Oh, I should say this for people who want to make YouTube channels, like, because like the first couple of months are not like the easiest thing in the world because like basically nobody's watching your stuff because there's a lot of competition. I mean, there's a lot of YouTube channels out there for like everything, so people usually give up within like the first month, I would say, because they're just like, oh, I'm not generating anything. I'll just give up. Like, you shouldn't do that because the only way you're gonna get more audience is if you keep making stuff because eventually somebody's gonna find it. Just like me, the one that happened on Twitter. Like, it's gonna happen, like, randomly when you don't expect it.
I took that advice very personally because I'm like, I came home the other day, like, 30 people watched the podcast. Like,
Oh yeah, I've
that
been
was awesome.
following the heck out of it too. Just like, more views.
Yeah, man, it feels so cool. And then at work, like, people will be like, Nick, is there a new episode? And I'm like, oh goodness, yeah, thanks.
Fans.
Guys.
Yeah, oh man,
Yeah,
it feels so
will
good.
happen. And you know what, Nick? I will promote your podcast.
Would you?
I
Yeah.
promoted every chance I get on Facebook.
Like I watched the last episode. I have to watch the other ones, but yeah, they're pretty good. So
Just man, the video sync, killing me. I fixed it. I know how to fix it now. It was bad. The last episode, I learned how to fix it, and then the video cut out, and I was like, well, there's
all
that.
you see is no video, sad face.
Yeah. I was like, the sad face was a reflection of my own emotion at seeing it. I was like, this is the only way I can put this. Wilco, do you want to end with anything?
As somebody who is probably going to start doing some original content, but for webcomics, just do it, I guess. Even though
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to just take that advice myself because I haven't quite gotten there yet to actually publishing or to putting it out there. But yeah, just do it. If you want to make stuff, make it. Who cares what others think?
Man,
Shia
that comes up a
LaBeouf.
lot too. Yeah, like just do it. Like I've done this like 3 episodes now.
Yeah. You can't see I'm doing it as well.
Your cartoon eyes.
Yeah, my cartoon eyes.
I think I'll just put that picture up. Cool. Good stuff. We did it. We did it.
Hooray!
Thanks for being on, by the way. Jess, where can everybody find your stuff?
Oh, you can go to my YouTube channel at youtube.com/JessTheNoob, or you can go to my website, jessica3d.com. Or for whatever reason you want to go look at my gaming channel, you can go to A Girl in a Game. My podcast is on there.
Cool. Is
That's
that
where I
like,
originally
YouTube
found you.
slash?
Oh, really?
Oh, through the pod? Oh, that's cool.
No, when I researched her really quick, like
Oh.
an hour and a
do
bit
that.
ago, I was just like, gotta find. Oh, I found a girl in a game. Okay, what's this?
Oh, yeah, Athena was going to be on today, but she
Mhm.
couldn't make it, which is a
Mhm.
shame.
Oh, I see. So I'm just the replacement guy now.
Replacement.
No, like, I was like, yeah, Wilco's going to, like, Wilco, you got to look more into JessTheNoob because you would really like it.
You think so?
Yes.
I will probably invest some time into it because I have the page up
Hooray.
on my screen right now, and I'm just like, oh, Game Grump stuff. I love Game Grump.
Wilco, where can people look at your fun stuff?
You can find my website at wilcoploeg.com. Go ahead. You're gonna have to be the one to spell that out for them because no one's gonna.
Wilco, Wilco, Ploeg, Ploeg, Ploeg.
Yeah.
.com.
Yeah.
You can follow me on Twitter. You can talk at my face. I'll try to talk back at your face. I'm at Nick Maybury. That's MAYBURRY. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel because I want to make a gosh fartin' URL that is not a string of random characters and numbers. And happy Halloween that you already had, I guess.
Skeletons.
Oh, that's what I was gonna do. I was gonna change the theme song to that like doot doot song. I think I have to do that. Okay.
Need them skeletons.
Oh yeah. Thank you, Mr. Okay. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.